Hey, I'm just dancing in my kitchen. I'm Tracy. My channel is Tracy from the Mermaid Cove. I mean, I see some people, or I should say here, that people use a little bit of music, but I don't know, right? But I thought, how cool. I mean, I've been dancing. You know, one of the things that really my soul calls out for is dancing. And I really haven't been doing that. And it's one of those things that when you start doing it, you feel better. And my mom and I used to dance in our heyday in the kitchen all the time. And I would swing her around and do crazy things to make her laugh. And, you know, and it brings me to a memory at my mom's celebration of life party. You know, I had, and really, there was so many people there who supported us and were friends. It supported us at some point in our life, right? And I went over what I wanted to say, like day after day after day for weeks. I could just cry it out and cry it out. So then when I actually was in the room and had a Xanax, that I could say and what I wanted to say. And at the end, and I think I did, I mean, I kind of wish I was there. I wish I recorded it, you know, but it was a good 5 years away from having my own YouTube channel and thinking differently about stuff. But I, at the very end, I said to everyone, my mom and I love to dance, and I want to dance with every single person in this room. So I had gotten the twist, Chubby Chuckers, the twist, and I just done it on a loop. So I could go around, I want everyone to dance. I went around and I danced with every single person there. And I felt like my mom and dad were dancing with me. It was really an amazing experience. And sometimes, you know, there's just so sadness in the world. But I just think sometimes those memories are so important. And yeah, it was an amazing, it was very hard up to that day. But the grace poured in, you know, however it does. But yeah, so anyway, hey. I have been watching this guy now. His channel is the Dad Channel Podcast. No, Dad Challenge Podcast is a weird name. Dad Challenge Podcast. And I found him because, you know, I've been telling you all about the Doctor Dozen. And something came up with him and them. And so I watched it. And what his mission is, he wants to call out people who are exploiting their children for money on the internet, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And it was, at first I was like, what's he talking about? Has he adopted children? Well, he has, but he didn't have 12 children. Most people don't. But I just thought, then I started thinking about his point of view. And then I don't watch mommy vloggers. I just fell into them. I don't know why. It's just fascinating to me. But I started watching a few of his others when he talked about it, and yeah, it's a thing. And I just, and what's interesting is for the Doctor Dozen, he can do analytics and he pays for all this stuff. And they kind of always like, oh, we're poor. Well, yeah, you have 12 children, you know, But she spends $1,500 to $2,000 a week on groceries. Now, like buys, and he critiques one of her grocery hauls, which is hysterical. He's so funny. Now, he definitely has some viewpoints of his own politics and stuff that I can tell you we don't agree. But that's not part of the show, and he doesn't try to force that down you, right? Which I appreciate. Everyone's entitled to feel how they feel. But he is he's so stinking funny. There's something very likable about him, but why I've been crying is he has a 5-part series about his life. Now, not so much the daughtery people, but the fans of some of these other people are crazy. And they're attacking him, right? And trying to find stuff on him. And wow. But he's giving me some more thoughts about YouTube. And I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I haven't processed everything, but yeah, he's something else and so entertaining to watch. But he did his own story in 5 parts, and man, did he have a hard childhood. I mean, really tough. And but he breaks it down into 5 parts. I hope you guys watch it. It is just, it's really, I don't know, it helped me process some of the feelings it was bringing up in me. And, you know, he also had stomach surgery like I did. So it was interesting to hear his experience and his viewpoint on it. But I can only tell you, wow, you know, I know people find me authentic and honest, and honestly, I don't know how to be. I mean, I can suck it up like at work and act like a normal person when I don't feel like it, but in general, I'm just myself. And why are you going to come on here and create a narrative? I guess people do that, right? With some of these vlogging mothers, woo! Anyway, he thinks it's, I won't even discuss some of it, but they're literally what he's, I guess analytics have changed a little bit, but he can look at a video and see where it spikes and where people replayed it or downloaded it. You guys, it's like on young girls with their mouths open. I'm talking like even young children, like 2, 3, 4, not to mention 11, 12, 13. So he said it's all these predators, right? And you know, it's one thing maybe if you didn't know that, but you know it. But here's the thing, these people are making $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. And of course, a lot of it's bad behavior, because that's what people love, right? I don't know. I don't get it. I see him talk about it, but they're too boring for me. I mean, you know, I'm not interested. But he's after a couple people, and one woman on Instagram, you've probably heard of it. Her name is Ren Eleanor. He downloads everything so they don't get a like, but he talks about it's just how many views versus interaction. It's fascinating, but yeah, you just Google it. You don't have to go look at it, but the thing she's doing, and the majority of that audience is 25 years and older male. She's making probably $100,000 a month, something. So I guess it's worth exploiting your child for that. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't. But anyway, so I've kind of, you know, when you find someone new on Instagram, you're going to go down the rabbit hole. So I've kind of been doing that with him. And I took today off. I had some stuff to figure out with my taxes and my mortgage and all that. So I got all that done. And yeah. But it's interesting. Somebody in the comments, I don't remember which video it was, but had mentioned that some of her friends struggle with self-esteem, you know, implying that I am low self-esteem. And I just thought, wow, is that it? You know, I mean, I just really thought about it, and I thought, oh wow, that felt painful, but also kind of painful because it's true. I think I'm thinking about it, journaling about it, because honestly, if you're not focused on something that's real about yourself, that's hard, how do you change it, right? And my question is, if your parents' job was to help you with your self-esteem, and you didn't have that, maybe even the opposite, you know, try to not, maybe some people willingly, my parents would have never done anything if they understood the ramifications. I would hope. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. And so what does that mean? What were they supposed to do? How do you give it to yourself? Right? How do you engage and do things for your own self-worth, right? And I noticed there's some great people on Instagram posting stuff, and there's a holistic healer, and she was talking about self-worth tied into productivity. Productivity. And I thought, wow, you know, because when depression hits me, I'm not super productive in the sense that I think I should be. Now, am I getting up and going to work and showering and got a few clothes clean? Yeah, and that's like, you know, but still, again, I'm equating it with doing things. So much to think about. Yeah, so I'm going to explore that, and I'll share with you guys some of my thoughts. And yeah, I have this really older book. I think it's called like Celebrate Life or something, and it's all about children and their self-esteem, and it's a really old book, like I think 70s even. But I'm going to get that book out and start spending some time with it and work on this and really make that, because maybe you don't feed yourself well because you don't feel you deserve it, or maybe you don't do certain things because you don't feel you deserve it. So how do you start feeling like you deserve it? I mean, really, truly, authentically, intellectually, I know that, right? I'm a good person. I'm good to people. I'm not perfect. God forbid. Can you imagine being perfect? How boring. But yeah, so it's just been really eye-opening. Excuse me. And that's one of the things I think grief brings to you, vulnerability. Because you don't have control over how the waves come, right? I guess the control, or you can react to, having been knocked over by a wave, like, what do you do now? So anyway, these are just some thoughts, and I wanted to tell you guys about him. I think a lot of you will resonate with him, and now he is snarky, and I appreciate snark, intelligent, funny snark, and that may not be up your alley, but he's super funny. He's super likable. He's just a likable person, I think. Of course, if he's going after someone you love. And I did think about the daughter. I thought, damn, I can't watch him anymore. Or I've tried. And he just pointed out things that I thought, wow. And I guess there's always this thing about mommy bloggers drinking wine, or apparently White Claw is the thing. And and how it affects you, and because he grew up with an alcoholic mother, drug addicted mother. So I don't know, it just gives you, I remember times when my mom was not an alcoholic, I would say, but she had times when she drank too much. And I do remember those feelings, because you changes who you are and how you respond, and it's just an icky feeling. And I do drink. I'm not against drinking. I don't drink a lot, but I enjoy it. It's not something that I can take or leave, right? I can. But yeah, so anyway, I just want to introduce you to him and see what you think if you guys watch him. But yeah, and it's so interesting because his abuse was pretty clear, right? And sometimes, but he talks about lack of neglect, having no boundaries, no one to fall back on. And, it's interesting. I would say my family, my parents are too busy messing up their lives, and in a way I was sort of trained to not talk about anything real. Like if Tracy's acting okay, then everything's okay. Except of course I was gaining weight, and but I couldn't verbalize how I felt. There was an innate pressure not to. That's the only way I can see it. But you do, I can remember, as a kid, later, not little, but I was never left alone when I was little, but 11, 12, coming home alone, nobody there, not knowing if someone was coming home that night, that kind of thing, and maybe that's where it comes out to. Do you have self-worth if you're not even worth coming home to, or making sure you're okay? Sorry guys, this is not what I was going to do, but it's how I'm feeling. So it's tough. Here I am, 57, and I still have that wound that 11-year-old felt going into a house alone, or not knowing when someone was going to come home, and not sleeping because you wanted to hear the door open. So yeah, it's just and it's hard because I love my mother dearly, and we worked through, actually, it's the weirdest thing, but we sort of worked through stuff after she died, because who she was as a person and her ego, I could have never had a conversation with her about this. I couldn't have. She'd be so defensive and so angry and so hurt and wounded. And it's hard enough to get through your own stuff without trying to help someone with their stuff, right? So that, I can remember when I had my brain surgery, and my mom and my brother wanted to drive me. You have to be there at some god awful hour, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something in the morning, the day of surgery. And I can remember telling them, okay, I had lined up someone else, and they really insisted, okay, because it's about them, not me. And I just said, you can't talk. I need quiet in the back. I just need quiet and space, because I've been meditating and doing all kinds of stuff. I said, I just need just to breathe. But anyway, they're in the front going, psst, psst, Tracy, psst, psst, Tracy, psst, psst, surgery. They do the best they can, right? I guess we do the best we can. Anyway, I hope you check them out. And yeah, so just thought I'd pop on here and cry. No, I didn't think so. I'm kind of getting ready to do some Trader Joe's. And I want to show you my outfit. So this, I love this top, but if I wore it to work, which I don't too often, I have like a really beautiful, I have a lot of beautiful, I haven't showed you yet all my beautiful necklaces, but I think like doing that with like black jeans just elevates it. But I want to show you my pants. Let's see. So these are, well, unattractive on me. Yeah. And it's interesting because I love them, and you can't find pants like this anymore. But yeah, sometimes when I feel, I don't know, big, I tried this on, I think, and this was not even like, this was maybe, I lost weight initially after my surgery, and then, I don't know, you plateau, and then I've lost more, and this was during that time. So yeah, anyway, I can't wear them out. I mean, I run to the grocery store or something, but yeah. Anyway, it's that kind of day today. But, the other thing I want to tell you about, I ordered this on QVC, and I was really trying not to be on QVC, and it, honestly, every time I'm on it, it feels like right away, the first thing I see is something I feel like I need. Really? But I got it to try it for you guys. And I'm going to return it. The minute I get it, the next day, I'm going to apply it and use it, and I'm going to return it if it doesn't work. So, what it is this Peter Thomas. So, it's like it's temporary firming. So like you can put it under bags under your eyes, like you do it, and it creates a seal. So I really want to try to see what it does. We'll see. It looked, of course, easy. Apparently a couple people did it on TikTok and it went viral. Not paid. I mean, they're probably getting free for life now. But yeah, so we'll see. And it was like get 2 for the price of 1 and no shipping. So we'll see when that comes on. I can't wait to show you guys. But anyway, yes, this is sort of my my Wednesday the 3rd. Watermelon day, y'all. I have some right now to eat. I know I'll have that. I feel kind of warm today. Anyway, I'm going to stop, wind it up here. Thank you so much. And your comments mean a lot to me and make me think. And some are just like a hug, right? A hug. And we all could use some hugging, especially virtual hugs, maybe. Anyway, but I hope you find this a safe place, and everyone can, has different opinions about things, but appreciate those of you who share. And yeah, so I'm going to see you at the Trader Joe's.